Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing wonderful today. Wanted to come in and do a reading for you guys for this weekend. Doing something a little bit different because I didn't want to just do, thinking, feeling, blah, blah, blah. I felt like I already did that earlier this week. So what we're really looking at here today is we're going to use the divine feminine masculine a divine feminine and masculine reunited deck. So what we're doing is we're going to look at what God and goddess energy, masculine and feminine, are embodying. What God and goddess energy are they embodying, towards each other? So meaning, what goddess energy does the masculine feel the feminine is in, and vice versa. Then we're going to look at what's challenging the masculine and feminine and what is supporting them. So what I have done is I have a new reading that I am putting out there for a very limited time only. And it's for those of you who have been asking me, what's blocking or what's challenging my union with my person. And so this reading is to answer those questions. So we will use we'll use oracle decks and tarot decks. We'll use multiple cards to find out for you, to illuminate for you what is blocking and challenging your connection, and also what is supporting your connection. So if you want to book that reading, book it on my website, queenoflight1111.com. It is called What is Supporting and Challenging Your Union. It is a video reading. So I will, return that to you in a video format. So you can have it, so you can watch it again and again, because I have noticed that when people have recordings, there's so much more than you can get from that reading when you replay it. Depending on what kind of mindset you're in, you may get more information the second or the third time that you listen to that video. So book that now, limited time only. What is supporting and challenging your union video reading on my website. Any other reading session, healing, coaching session, go to my website. All of my services are listed there. And don't forget, follow King of Shadows 1111. I thank you guys so much for the support that I'm receiving over on that channel. So please, please, please continue to support me. Like, subscribe, share, and let's get started. Okay, so let's look at the bottom of the deck for the feminine energy, Goddess of Wisdom. So I really feel that, the energy here is that divine feminine is in her wisdom. And the masculine, when he experiences his feminine, he is also seeing her in her wisdom, in how wise she is. As far as the masculine energy is concerned, there is an energy of vulnerability. Not only is masculine in an energy of vulnerability, but there may be some areas of vulnerability that the feminine is experiencing as related to the masculine. This is the Achilles. So the Achilles is that weak spot, that soft spot that can be hurt. So there is some vulnerability that is showing right now, and there is some wisdom that is coming along with it for feminine. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bottoms of the deck, okay? So bottom of the deck for divine feminine, just in general for her whole reading, she is really in this energy of missed opportunities. She feels like opportunities have been missed because of in and out behavior. And so what she's really doing is she's gaining her own strength, and she's restraining herself from this union at this time. She's really in this energy. She may be feeling disappointed. She may be feeling like masculine is not going to get out of this Achilles energy of his weakness of being a player, right? And so she feels very challenged by that. Divine masculine is in the energy of just his pause. He's being patient, he's planning, he's in this energy of assessment, and he's doing this and he's being patient and he's not being quick because he wants victory. He wants to have victory over this imbalance, victory over his juggling behavior, and frankly, he just wants to cut it out. He wants to cut it out. So it's very interesting. The feminine's like, you're always going to be a player. And masculine's like, I'm not making any moves towards my feminine because I don't want to be a player. This is very interesting to me. So let's take a look at divine feminine's energy. What goddess energy is divine feminine embodying? Okay. She's in this energy of goddess of sensuality, Freya. I love Freya. When she shows up, this is the energy of really embodying, who you are from the place of your vulnerability. It's about feeling sensual. It's about feeling sexy. It's about being confident. It's unleashing that feminine power that is deep within you, okay? That is deep within her. But there is this energy because it's clarified by the challenging times. She may be having a hard time embodying her sexuality, embodying her sensuality, because maybe she feels like she was, emotionally abused. Maybe she's feeling like people have abused her sexually, meaning not sexual battery or anything like that, but just like, you played me, dude. Like Knight of Wands, you played me. You came in, you swept me off my feet, you were passionate with me, and then you left. And so she's having a very tough time embodying that sensuality again. She is in this energy of really trying to fill her own cup of love. She's in this energy of really being at the crossroads and really trying to change the energy to get back to that sexy, beautiful, sacrally healed feminine that she used to be. So now, what is the energy, the God energy that masculine is embodying? This card keeps coming out. Aries, God of battle. This masculine's really in the fight. He is really in the fight. He's battling himself. He may be battling others. He's battling his passions. He's battling his desires. He's in this energy where he is in the thick of work. He's doing the work because he wants to triumph. He wants to have victory. We already saw that at the Six of Wands. He wants to have victory over his toxicity, over his desires and his addictions, because he's overindulged. He's overindulged. He's battling his addictions. He's battling options. He's battling choices. He's been in this energy of excess, either addicted to sex or addicted to, having multiple options, addicted to the energy of wanting to have everyone, be with everyone. And that's because he just felt very empty inside because of this behavior. So he's really been battling because he wants to triumph over this energy that has had him stuck in confusion and chaos for so long. This is his wish. This is what he wants. He wants to break out of his burdens. He wants to break out of toxicity. So now let's take a look at what energy does feminine feel masculine is embodying at this time. So what is the energy, the God energy that the feminine feels the masculine is embodying? She feels that he's embodying Thoth, which is this energy of God of wisdom. Now remember, we got the goddess of wisdom at the bottom of the deck for the goddesses. So here we have Thoth. This is his energy where she feels that he may be awakening. She feels that he may be understanding himself better. When she's not in her ego and she's not in her wounds, her intuition is telling her he's learning something. He's learning something. He may be learning about soul connections. He may be learning about his own expansion. He may be learning about his own union. He may be open to divine messages, signs, and synchronicities. And there is this energy of, Nine of Swords, rest and reconsider. So I do feel that sometimes feminine is in this energy where he's awakening, and sometimes she's like, this dude's never gonna wake up. Okay, because all he wants is passion, all he wants is sensuality, all he wants is fire. And the thing is, when she's embodying strength, she can help, by not engaging with him, help him continue on the path to wisdom. So I really do feel that, there is some stress at times about divine masculine, not learning, maybe building something long term because he's just too passionate about, fulfilling his earthly desires. But then there's some times where she feels like, he's getting it. I just need to chill. I need to calm my mind down. I need to stay in my strength and continue to move forward, that he is going to gain illumination. So a little bit of back and forth here for feminine. Okay. Sometimes she feels like, yeah, he's going to get it. And sometimes she's like, this dude's never going to get it, but you have to check, is your ego speaking to you, or is your intuition speaking to you? Because the same thing goes here for masculine. What goddess energy does he feel his feminine is embodying? Sekhmet, goddess of rage. No wonder we got the Queen of Wands over here, because she is fire, right? So goddess of rage, the way that the energy that he feels his feminine is in is the goddess of rage. So this is the energy where, it's like, even if you're a light worker, doesn't mean you don't have anger. Okay, we have those emotions too. It may feel counterintuitive, but the light worker also has that. There are things that come up for her. It is her passion, it is her desire. But here's the thing, he is experiencing her as someone who is angry right now, someone who is in a rage, okay? Someone who is in the energy of her fierceness. Look at these lions. She's like, he knows she doesn't put up with crap. And so he feels that he needs to come in and bring justice to her rage, balance her rage. He may even feel like, hey, she's got to balance out her temper. She gets really angry at times. And so I do feel that this is energy that he wants to balance out and, transition out of a very difficult time with feminine. He knows that she may still be angry with him. He knows he needs to bring an apology in order to move things forward to a new beginning. So he's honing his thoughts. He's trying to figure out, how do I get her out of this fiery goddess energy that she's in? How do I bring in this balance? How do I get out of the doghouse and have this passionate new beginning? This is the thoughts he is, like, going through in his mind. This is what he's talking about. This is why he's being patient. This is why he's planning, because he's in the energy like, my goddess is pissed and I don't know how to transition out of that energy. How do I help us get out of that energy? This is why he's battling. He's battling all of these things that make her angry, which is overindulging, addiction, restriction, immaturity, things that he knows that he's not living up to his potential. He knows he's not being divine masculine, but boy, is he fighting hard. And you know what? Divine feminine is in the energy of really fighting hard to get her own sensuality and magnetism and confidence back. But they're both in the energy of like, I think you're going to get it sometimes, and sometimes I think that you're not. And he's in the energy of like, you're really mad at me and I get it, and I don't know how to come back and make things right. Okay? Because he knows he's done a lot. So what is supporting masculine and feminine? Bottom of the deck is surrender. I love this because this is exactly what I have been saying to all of you for a while. This is the energy for feminine. What is supporting feminine? She's in the energy of openness. You know what? She's in this energy where she's open to her journey. She's open to possibilities. She has been heartbroken. She has been removing the swords that have pierced her heart. She has been vulnerable, okay? And now from that energy where she's been brokenhearted, she's opening up again because she's detaching. Look at this, is Justice card again, and he's got it here. So in her energy, he's really thinking about this because she's like, I'm done. I got to release the pain. I got to release the sadness. I have to detach from this union. It is time to look at this connection from a new perspective. This connection is in suspension. This connection is in a pause. This connection is not moving forward, and I need to release my pain. I need to be open to the divine coming in and bringing in balance. I need to surrender and detach from any ideas of union. This is supporting our divine feminine. Very beautiful energy for feminine. Good for you, feminines that are doing that. Because guess what? The minute she's open and detaching, what is supporting masculine? He wants the union. You can't even make this up. It's called communion. Number 11 card. What is supporting him? He wants union. He wants union. He has hope for it. This is, I believe, I do this every time. It is, I think this is the Sun card or the Star card. I can't even remember, but let's see. It is the Star card. So, the Star card for me is like a hope for the future. It's a wish, right? It's a wish. It's a wish that when I come into alignment, I hope I can have this union. So, what is supporting him? That there's this union that he hopes for. He hopes for a tangible new beginning, to have this reunion and peace and harmony with his feminine. You can't make this up. Beautiful cards for him. What is supporting him is that one day we will come back together. We will have this new beginning in this 3D world. We will reunite and we will come back into union again and have peace and harmony with each other. What is challenging Divine Feminine? What is challenging her? Grief and anger. No wonder the dude over here has her in the Goddess of Rage. It's challenging her because she is upset. Okay, I get it. It's a shadow energy for her right now. There is grief. She's trying to, be open. So she's actively working on this. She's trying to be open. She's trying to stay positive. She's like in this energy. She doesn't want to fight and repress her or ignore her emotions. She's going to feel it. But what is she angry about? That he hasn't come forward and communicated. He hasn't made any plans to move forward, to have this connection progress. Instead, that he's accepted defeat over this love. Okay, that's what's really challenging her. She has a lot of grief. She has a lot of anger that there's no communication to move forward. Instead, he has conceded. He has accepted that this is over, that this is conflict, and then love has been lost. That's what she's challenged with right now. What is challenging? I was going to say abdomen. Maybe you guys are, I don't know. Maybe that's a reason for someone. But what is challenging masculine? Abandonment. So the challenge here with abandonment for masculine is this energy where, he knows that he left her. He knows that he hurt her. He knows that he abandoned the connection. But here's the thing. Hurt people hurt people. He abandoned the connection because he didn't feel lovable. He didn't feel worthy. He was not prepared for the connection. So he abandoned any movement forward towards anything long term because he knew that he couldn't be faithful, that he knew he couldn't move forward with her in the way that she deserves. So he abandoned the connection. He abandoned any movement forward towards anything long term. He detached, he went cold, and he moved on because he knew he couldn't be with her. So what's challenging him is that I moved on. I moved away from her. I abandoned her. He's challenged by that. He's challenged by how to now move things forward, as we saw, to something long term. But what's challenging him, frankly, is how he left her. And he left her. He abandoned the connection because he didn't have the capacity to be there for his feminine. And frankly, it feels to me right now, he still doesn't have the capacity yet. He's not the masculine yet. He's not the emperor energy yet. He's still working on it. And by the way, the challenge here, the bottom of the deck, is miscommunication. Okay? He never communicated that, you know what, feminine, I don't feel worthy. I don't have the capacity yet. I need a little time. Let's work through this together. He didn't communicate it. And frankly, this is exactly why she's angry. You didn't talk to me. You didn't say anything to me. You just left. You just left. So these are the challenges. This is the support. And if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. And if you want to have your own reading about what is supporting and challenging your union, book that now while that reading is available on my website, queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.